Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Remove that reverb. Reverb and echo strip.
Om Namah Shivaya. We named our group the Heartland Group, and we all worked together. You know, it was a very good discussion, and we appointed our leader to present this, Terrell, and she's going to present, you know, sort of summarize everything we did. So she's going to summarize it, and she can look to any of us to help if clarify anything or if you have any questions. Namaskar.
Okay. I'm about to say stuff I'm sure you all have come up with in your own groups.
I can hold this for you.
Stuff you've come up with yourselves in your own groups. So bear with us. You've heard it before. Maybe some things you haven't heard. This is the Cliff Notes.
Hold the mic close.
Okay. What we've come up with was gardening. How many times have you heard that? The heifer program, I don't know if you've heard that before. You sell raw milk, or you make yogurt and sell that. Anyone want to explain further what that means?
Well, the heifer program was something that I saw happen in Little Rock, Arkansas, and where it is, they sort of, you know, have a little show and tell. For example, they'll have a little village in India, and they'll show, you know, how the people survive there in farming, like have a few cows and all that. And then we can have, you know, people who kind of come and sponsor or donate money and say, you know, we will donate 2 cows to Kenya in Africa, and so it'll support either a woman or a man or a family there to have some sort of income there. So that's one way of doing it. But we would showcase it over here, and people could, you know, donate money here, so that we can then send that money over to those villages, and you know, sort of that way we are helping all of humanity, which is very much in line with what Amma teaches.
We have about 2 minutes more.
Okay. Organic farming, we sell flowers here. We can grow flowers and we sell them. Health-wise, we have an Ayurvedic clinic here, and we can integrate science and spirituality in that clinic. Have that as an alternative medicine that we could have for the community and people who live on the grounds. And we could have classes on living within the laws of nature, and also incorporate a free clinic here. Also, for the community to earn some quick money would be scrapbooking, field trips to neighboring schools, rent out the space to professionals to do their retreats here. We can serve hot lunches, Indian lunches, if we have some really good cooks here. Cooking classes, we can have a cafe. We can write a book on alternative living, healthy living, and have it published. And we can have a resale shop here where we can sell books, resell books, Amma books, classes presenting things on rain gardens, collecting rainwater for gardening, cooking classes, and also have a taxi service. The obstacles we found was revenue, having revenue for all this, and bringing transportation to getting people in and out of here. And bringing people and getting their attention, bringing them here, motivating them to come is an obstacle. And the facility's not ready. And people don't have time. People have 9-to-5 jobs, and it's hard for them to come here and donate their time and do their 9-to-5. Also the weather, you know, Midwest, it gets pretty cold and snowy. And where we see ourselves in 20 years, we're well known and well liked in the community. We're using wind power and solar power. We're self-sustaining, self-sufficient. We have a community kitchen, restaurants, healthy living classes and other educational classes, and we have a Brahmastana temple, and we're the place known for alternative healing, where we have yoga classes, healing. This place could be a utopia. The Helfer Foundation is incorporated by then, and we see ourselves as a center of refuge for the community, also for homeless people.
when you're making explanations, you can feel free to point to the paper and say, this is that, this is that. And when your 5 minutes comes, I'm going to go. Yeah. 1 minute grace.
We don't need that?
I don't know, I think we should have
How many papers do you have already?
Okay, tell us start with your team name. What's your team name?
Okay, we are Team Burnham.
What does that mean?
Fullness, is, I think.
Yes,
Right?
I'm just blank.
Okay, so our idea was that, you know, sustainable community would be the foundation of what we wanted to do here, and then we would have, you know, education services like preschool and then K through 8. Maybe higher education using the Montessori method and nature-based schooling. I know there are some preschools where people will pay to have their kids come and work in nature and play outside. Nature-based? Do you want to explain? You know?
Yeah. Nature-based education is using nature as a model to teach children about the world around them. So in early childhood education, it looks more like exploring out in nature, using various resources as basic scientific tools to learning about the natural world. Older grades, it incorporates more inquiry-based learning, using other tools and resources to study scientific concepts.
So that's a really good idea. And then agriculture, because we have so much land here, I thought beekeeping was a really good idea. Composting, dairy farming, setting up a greenhouse where we can, you know, maybe use that as part of the education too. Yeah, and part of the permaculture too. And then invasive species management and some land restoration. And then also rainwater harvesting would be really great. And then energy. So I think maybe do an energy audit to get things started and figure out what needs to be done first of all to get it more sustainable and conserving energy and optimizing the resources that we have here. Because I know some of these buildings, you know, got the glass and it's really cold in winter. So, and then conservation too, and using some green energy solutions. And most of these things tie back into, you know, the sustainable community. And then our challenge is we need to find people to volunteer on a regular basis, money to fund these projects, people with knowledge and skills and a plan to implement projects, a master plan to get this all up and running and working smoothly, and building renovations and proper development. And some general solutions we found for this plan was increased activity level, like SEVA and volunteering. We could find some way to get people to come in and do more of that. Communication and advertising events and specific activities to the community and to the AMA community at large. Finding volunteers with specific skills like carpentry or permaculture. Local and community involvement, and then providing transportation. Anything else? Our future vision. The ashram would be self-sustaining, accessible, inclusive, integrated. It would be a spiritual foundation in everything we do, obviously. Connecting ecology, technology, and humanity. Questions?
I have answers. We've already done an energy audit, and we're getting the results back in a week or two. And we've already started permaculture in San Ramon, you may know that, and we're doing permaculture in Kenya. Did anybody see the permaculture video on the Amma.org website? When you go home tonight, you're going to look at that. First thing you do not pass go, do not click until you see that video. And that permaculture idea in Kenya came from, the U.S. And also, the guy who set up permaculture in the Nairobi orphanage is coming here next month on 22nd of September. John Shepty, he's a local guy, and he's going to do a whole blueprint for permaculture for you. So lots of exciting things. John Shepty.
22nd of September, everyone's invited?
Everyone's invited. Yeah. If I'm not wrong the date, just check with me again. Okay. Group 3. Can hear the bell.
Yeah, we
Group 3.
Take your shoes off.
Om Amriteshwariya Namaha, Om Namah Shivaya. We named our team Godma, which meaning one single soul, united soul. We had a lot of ideas flowing back and forth, and we have selected Bhuvaneshwar as our spokesperson.
Om Namah Shivaya. Thank you. Okay, so I think we'll start with where we think we'll be in 2013 and work our way backwards. 2032. 2013, we're going to get it done way quicker than anybody thinks. Forget this 20 years. So I'm going to read from the notes. We're going to be loved by the local community. The place is going to be beautiful, and there's going to be more land. We're going to buy more land, and it's going to be completely energy independent, and there's going to be all ages living here, and we think this is a fairly important. We think this is a pretty important concept to have all ages living here, because people can learn, every age can learn from every other age, and it's something that's breaking down in our society. The fact that people don't live with older people and younger people aren't living together. It's very isolated, stratified, and it'll be easy to get here. There'll be easy transportation. There'll be a walking path somehow to the train station, and there'll be some kind of auto service. There'll be a theater here so that we can present things like TED Talks or plays that we put on, or even show movies or whatever to raise money and bring people here for that kind of entertainment value, and also for an educational aspect to a theater. And we can also have teaching about the theater, so that would be good. Possibly even like TV and radio could be doable. There could be potentially small businesses here that would serve the community. So aside from clearly there'll be a working farm, and clearly there'll be a working school. So some kind of an educational component. Without getting into the details, there'd be some kind of teaching, learning experience where people would potentially come and pay to learn about things, and people would be here who could teach about these things, or people would even come in and teach a workshop for a weekend or for a week or something like that, and maybe these people would be well known enough that they will draw people here because they're experts in their field or something like that. A lot of the agricultural things that other people covered, I think, was already some of the things we had. But if we can grow food and process that food, we'll make more money. So just selling crops doesn't make very much money, but if you keep bees and sell honey, it actually makes money. Or if you grow berries or fruit trees and sell preserves, that actually makes more money. And some of those agricultural things require a minimal amount of day-to-day care, and some of them are seasonal. So it's easier to get people to come here for the apple picking season, for example, or for the berry picking season. And bees are actually, somewhat more maintenance, but they're not so much more maintenance. What else? In 2013, there will be animals living here. There will be barter services potentially for things like security. Maybe we can trade for a place for someone to live. So someone was talking about people who are homeless or near homeless who might need a job or something. Maybe they could stay here and they could take care of security and they could live here or something. But maybe there'll be some way to integrate with the community in that way on a barter system. And it will be very green and lush and a Brahmastanam temple. Yes, we're pro Brahmastanam temple, which will also attract a lot of people. And then the other key thing is that it should all flow from love. So love is the thing that can overcome all of the obstacles. So that's the primary thing. If we look at it like there's a lack and that we need to get over a problem, that's different than looking at it like we love the land, we love Amma, we love the community, we love what we're doing, and then everything will come from that as a byproduct of that love. So we think that love will really conquer all of the obstacles. But other things will conquer the obstacles too. Yeah, the challenges are we're going to need a lot of people, and we're going to need people with skills. We're going to need commitment from those people. We're going to need solutions for raising money. We're going to need a serious amount of organization. I think this is very important that the world knows that we're well organized. We're much more attractive when we're well organized. And when people can come and understand us quickly, and when we can organize sevas and organize businesses and organize projects in a deft fashion, we will be a better place. So organization is huge, and we need the skills for organization almost more than we need the skills for the doing, because people need to be organized, and once they're organized and they know what they're supposed to do and when they're supposed to do it, it's very easy for them. If there's chaos in the organizational level, nothing ever gets done. So, and then we need, community culture, so that we have like an open house and targeting people in the community to come and get to know us. And then we need to figure out how we're going to deal with the winter, and we need to make sure that the buildings and the facilities are well maintained, and maybe there will be new buildings, and maybe there will be opportunities for other ideas around construction if we can get organized enough to raise the money in the first place. Or if there's a good enough business plan that says, if we build this thing, we're going to make this money because this will do this and this and this, then maybe the money finds us. So that's also possible. And we have 1 minute. Do you want to talk more? Can you do? Yeah. You can do that.
We wanted to just make clear that schooling, or at Jnana Pida, we are the home and seat of knowledge for a whole different variety. So we have a school symbol as a inertia of the picture, and then we have a lot of activities, even religious or ritual things, homas, pujas, that's one aspect of it. And then yogas, retreat, train the trainer program where people can take the message and spread it in their communities. Like we have a lot of different devotees from different states, so we teach them here and they take it out and they conduct workshops, and then we get a percentage as funding or just for the spread of a message.
Yeah, we believe that we need to build the Amrita ecosystem that will be balanced among 3 elements. One is money, which is very important to run this ashram. Second is resource, that we know that without resource we cannot do anything. And third is the wisdom, which is why this ashram is here. So we do not have to lean in one element. We need to make sure that we have to develop and maintain this ecosystem. Om Amriteshwari Namah, Om Namah Shivaya. Any question?
Om Namah Shivaya. I just wanted to thank our group because they offered so much excitement and so much sincerity and so much love into this project. And I can't speak for everyone, but I can say that I feel incredibly humbled and grateful to be able to put my ideas into this ashram. It's incredible. And thanks, Swami, for the opportunity, and Swami for the talk, because interjecting those 5 ideas from your talk into this program was really important for us. So thank you.
What's your team name?
Our team name, Heaven on Earth. And we were going for, in 20 years, to create Amma's Heaven. And we really think that that's possible. And so I guess the first thing that we noticed is the incredible amount of space and infrastructure that already exists. So we tried to marry that with the needs in our society. So the first need in the society was supporting the middle class. So we thought, what a great idea to have a trade school here to help build the whole economic society so it can sustain the ashram. So things like nursing schools, automotive schools, teaching language and culture, massage schools, Ayurveda, that kind of thing, and also having spiritual education, Sanskrit, Reiki, Ayurveda, yoga. A lot of things, these things have been covered. All of the things that you said about agriculture, we also can relate to. The challenges, I think, when we were really talking about challenges, we truly tried to be rooted in what's here. And I think it's really, the group, it's really important to think about the flow of how it's created, because we can't create something without, basically taking 2 purposes, one purpose to solve 2 purposes. So, can anyone help me out here?
One solution to solve 2 challenges.
Yeah. Okay, so...
You need an example? Yeah, so I think one example we had of that was intergenerational activities where perhaps older people could come and do some seva at the same time and help with the labor issues.
So other challenges were very similar. Labor, we need lots of people, transportation, publicity. Right now, I think what we really noticed was that we need someone here to be a contact for us. So when people call and want to come to the ashram, there's someone we can call and they'll pick up the phone and they'll say, Om Namah Shivaya, here, please come to the ashram. And when we get here, we're received and we get our seva bucket and we are utilized to the best of the ability. So having that available is really important. In the future, we really, Bhuvanesh, thank you. The collaboration with Elburn and the surrounding community should be really beautiful. And we just imagine a really Amma's Heaven, healing and loving, grounded energy, satsangs, maybe even like thinking really globally, having satsang available through Skyping and that kind of thing. So me in Omaha, Nebraska can be plugged in a weekly basis. It would be really great. I would love to do Archana with you. I would love that. And also, I don't know if this was mentioned or not, but it doesn't have to be in the future. It can be right now. This place is so inspiring. I really felt a connection when I was here around July. Like, this really, truly is Amma's body. Every piece of trash, everything was picked up. It was amazing. And just inspired me to go home and do some new creative things. And I really believe that this place can inspire a lot of ingenuity that can help uplift the whole world. Om Namah Shivaya. Girls had some ideas.
I want to know what this
So I thought that it'd be really cool to have a tree house because there's lots of trees and it'd be nice for the kids. And also to have a school for kids available. So yeah, to be around Alma. Yeah. And there's like a playground, so instead of being like inside the building, they could have somewhere to play outside. And a pool because it gets really hot. So yeah, thank you.
You have another 20 seconds.
Okay, namaste. We were also having some other ideas that I don't know if anyone brought up yet, as far as the education of the community to contribute to children's classes, because children are educated in schools, but then they could come here to get additional things that they're not getting in our current educational system, such as spiritual training, as well as things like jump grades, tutoring, library, playground that's interactive, things like that. So I think that's my 20 seconds.
Our team name is Om Heartland. So we picked up Heartland from the local name of the West Coast, and we thought if we attach Amma's Om here, it becomes more divine. So right now we have 7